So late. Sorry, we were so late starting. It's all my fault. I ended up getting completely mesmerised by the ponies. They have proper wild ponies and the water buffalo. I was just about to leave. I was just watching the light change. I was at Kingfisher's Bridge, and then all of a sudden, all the water buffalo turned up. Are they horses or ponies?
Ponies, aren't they?
They're ponies, yeah.
Ponies, yeah.
Followed by
Gallant ponies, yeah.
followed by these beautiful ponies.
They're from a
That,
different country, aren't they? They're
yeah.
from Asia or something, yeah.
And
Poland, they're from Poland.
they're wild as well,
Yeah.
so they all came up very close, but I didn't want to touch them because they're supposed to be wild and you're
Yeah,
not
they
really
are.
supposed
I
to.
thought they were pen, or is it the same?
Oh, might be
pony?
the same ponies, yeah.
Yeah, could be, yeah.
They were
Quite
beautiful. They
close.
were like a
Which
beige
beige
colour.
Yeah.
And they were really lovely, and then there was a couple of them that had their noses close together, and then a couple of the water buffalo, they touched noses as well. It was really, really sweet. So I was completely fascinated, and then looked at my clock and thought, oh, so
Thing is, you just got to stand there and watch them because you.
I mean,
don't
please
know
don't
when
do
they're
again.
there.
I mean, you don't see them up and down Burwell High Street very often.
No.
So anyway, I'm yeah. What we're going to do, we're just going to sit and breathe. I'll just give us a very short talking ourselves through, and then we'll do what I want to do today is look at some of the balance and footwork things, and then what I'd like to do, I think we touched on wave hands like cows last week, I seem to remember.
Sorry, yeah.
This one,
Oh,
or even
yeah.
if we didn't, we will. Now, just to remind everybody, there are no classes next Monday or the Monday after. I've got training, so I'm doing my training. So I'm doing the community music training next week because I'm a community musician as well as an exercise person, and then the week after I am spending 5 days doing Tai Chi. So
Oh, I just noticed.
in preparation, I will be going to as many Evers. We've even got a witch. We've got a witch up there on a broomstick. Oh, that's hilarious.
I didn't bring mine with me.
That is amazing. I think, you know, this place is, you never know what you're going to get. You never know what
It
you're
was
going to
due for an MOT, so I left it in Plymouth. Someone else.
So,
grabbed on it, the broomstick.
Ah,
So anyway, we'll just place our hands on our lap and feel round through the feet and by the chair through the sitting bones. So you've got contact with your sitting bones and your feet, and then just place your hands on your lap. Just going to breathe in, breathe out. And are you on WhatsApp, Beryl? You
Yes.
did what? Oh, good. I'll send you a. I did a bit of performing in Royston a couple of days ago. I'll send you the. Yeah, it was good fun. So
Yes,
just
Ravi.
breathing in.
Ravi sent her a thing of her son doing the breathing exercises.
He's very good. Well, he's an expert actually.
He's got a lovely voice.
And then nice and tall. So the head, you're floating up through the crown of the head, through the backway point. Through the head, you're sinking your sitting bones down. So there's like a stretch going on along the spine. And then you tuck your chin in so that that releases the neck. So Chris and Amy are on Zoom. Or if they're not on Zoom, they will be on YouTube afterwards watching this.
Yeah, Barbara's still on her down twice, so she.
Oh dear, you don't want to do that. No, that's not. So we're just breathing in. And breathing out. Oh. Right. In. And breathe out. So just breathe in and breathe out at your pace. You can have your eyes closed. You can have your eyes half open, half closed, so you don't have to have them fully shut. Probably, you can do meditating with your eyes open, but I find that really hard. So I prefer to have my eyes closed or slightly open. And as you're breathing in and out, you're focusing on following the breath as it comes in and out. And just very gently, you gently arrive at the correct posture. So use breath as a reference point. Right, so breathing in at your own pace. And just pay attention to when you tap through the ground. And try to breathe in any special way, just breathing in, breathing out. While you're breathing in and breathing out, just allow the mind to settle, to calm. Allow the muscles to calm. Nice and relaxed. Allow the muscles and the face to relax. So just relax around the face. Following the breath, relax the shoulders. Down the arms. So down the right arm, just allow the arm to relax. Down the left arm. So allow the muscles of the chest to relax and the upper back. Following the breath in, following the breath out. Head floating, amazing. Lower back and the stomach nice and soft. Relaxing around the hips. Tune into your right leg. Just allow the muscles to let go all the way down that leg. As you're breathing in and breathing out. And then the left leg, relaxing down the muscles of the left leg. So usually what I do is I wait for the out breath and then focus on that area to relax on the out breath. So letting go, relaxing. And then both hands, so focus on both hands, just allow them to relax. Feel the lap under the hands. Tuning into that still, quiet place. It's very clear. And then the feet, so you're tuning into both feet, feeling the ground under the feet, relaxing the muscles, letting go. And pay attention to the whole of your body, just noticing the breath. Following the breath, calm, muscles are soft, upward feeling of the bones. Contact through the feet and the sitting bones to the ground. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes, have a bit of a move around, so just do like a little bit of stretching. It's a bit of a sort of mini body scan. I left my big speaker thing in the car, so I thought I'll just do something myself. So yeah, I'm still doing the meditating every morning. I'm hoping I can do it when I'm in Reading. I'll find out what the Wi-Fi is of the place I'm going to, otherwise I'll just do it on my phone. Any questions about that? No. So the idea is with that awareness of the body, I mean, it's very easy. It's very normal to get distracted. And then, or I should have said that during the thing. If you do get distracted, you just come back to the breathing, or some people that have a lot of breathing difficulty, you can use things like the contact with the body and the ground as your reference point, or your upright spine as the reference point. And then there was one I did, the sound meditation, so you notice the sounds you can hear, so that's the sounds outside. And also I get tinnitus every now and then, I'll just listen to that. And it's just like, oh yeah,
Use of it.
make use of it. Yeah, make use of the tinnitus. You know, so it's all very, very, very easy to fall asleep when you are doing it. This morning, I was sitting, and I usually do a sort of cross-legged sitting and have my hands on my lap. And I was doing the one being kind. So with that one, what you do is you put your hand on your heart center and I was doing the kind thought, I actually fell asleep like this. I got woken up by the bell, but I felt great. So it's well, I was being kind, you know, I was being kind to myself. So you're just aware, and then that awareness, when then we do it with the qigong and the excerpt for the Tai Chi form, we're keeping that focus of attention. So one of the advantages of doing these arts is that we are consistently paying attention to what we are doing and what we are sensing, which makes it actually, you know, if you lose your balance or something, you can get it back faster because you know what it feels like, or you know, it doesn't stop you from falling over, but you know, that's one way of losing attention. And it usually, when they say, what caused this to happen? And it's normally because you just lost your attention and then turned slightly and then poof, off you go. So we're, the combination of maintaining focus of attention, looking at things like joint mobility, looking at things like muscle strength, stability, is a good way of helping that, but that's not the sole reason. I mean, it's just general well-being and wellness. So yeah, let's just this, and we'll do Eli's exercise. I'm very much looking forward to my 5 days, but I'm also really going to spend a weekend with Eli, and he's coming to Suffolk to teach striking points. Not that I really have no interest, but it would just be nice to hang out with him. I'll let you know if it was any good, or it sounds a little bit too macho for me, I'm afraid. I'm really not, I don't care. I want to get a nice, healthy body, so I can get in and out of a car, and in and out of a bath, and up and down the stairs when I'm 95, or, you know, that'll do me. That's much better than, that's actually just as easy as being able to whack people. You know, it's the same thing, really. No. Maybe I'll be able to do that as well. I don't know, but it's kind of, when you're in your 30s and 40s, you know, he's still at that, oh now this is how you'd use it on the street. I don't want to live in those streets if I'm having to do it on the street. I'd rather, I'll move. Better neighbourhood if you can. Go stay at my friend in the posh house, and then yeah. Anyway, but it is useful. I mean, I do occasionally. I do my first aid. I do my mental health first aid, and then I'll usually put myself through a women's self-defence course, just because it's then you covered all bases. You know, once you've defended yourself, you can phone them an ambulance. Brilliant. So it's all good. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this one. So I got my bright yellow shoes so you can see the feet. It's good, isn't it? They're very bright, especially with these lights on. Yeah, it's quite bright. I should have bought my sunglasses. Really nice. Now we do it the other way. So this is quite good. So you start nice and slow, allow yourself into a full sense of security, and then speed up. But when you speed up, you've got to relax more. It's very tempting to get more tense as you speed up. So you've got to resist that temptation and go faster, but more. This is easy. And if you can't go faster, just don't worry about it. Just do your best. Okay, now which leg is it now? Is it that one? The other one. The other one. Okay. If you can remember which leg it is, put the other leg forward. Ready, steady, go. So snail pose. So when I'm doing it sitting, I put the whole of the foot down. Whole of the foot down. Standing, you can play around with, you can put the toes down, the whole of the foot. Relax more. And then I like to finish like when I'm sitting down. Because it just feels much, it feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. You know, my friends in America are probably doing that quite a lot right now, so so any of you, I hope it goes okay, any of my American friends. Okay, now we're going to do, so let's do one of these. So you do a diagonal punch across.
So you are punching.
Yeah, we do a bit of punching, we do a bit of punching, so that's it. So we're gonna do that. We got that, that's very good, and there's a little bit of a waist turn, a little bit of a waist turn. That way. I mean, you can do it as that, or if you want, you can even do it as a hook punch. If that's easier for you, you can just hook punch. So it makes a 90-degree angle.
The dog alley.
That's it. The next time you're in a dark alley, no one will want to meet you. Next time you're in a dark alley, it's all good. Not that I've ever been. I'm not often in the dark, let's be so that's it. Very good.
That's all you pass.
Yeah.
I don't know whether.
Okay, so now we're gonna do it with the footwork, and this one, when Eli does it, he speeds up. But for this particular, my version of Eli's exercise, we just stay the same speed, because it messes with your brain with the punching, and he doesn't do it with the punching, he just does it with the feet and goes slow, then and then, but because we're doing it with the added complication of the punching, it means we can do it nice and slow. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2. Isn't it satisfying? So it's like you're stopping and punching it. So I should teach this to my nieces. Oh, it's the cleaner. Very nice. Cool. 6, that's it. 7, 8. Okay, keep going with the legs. And then we'll do the diagonal punch, but let's just. It's very good, isn't it? And it's this. It's good for the bone density, and also because we're putting the heel on the floor, we're stimulating the kidney meridian. The kidney, yeah, for life. That's your lifeline, the kidney meridian is associated with your lifeline. So maybe we'll get a long one, I don't know. Okay, then diagonal punch. 2, 3, 2, 3, punch, 2, 3. It's like a wall, sort of violent. 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3. Last one, 10, 2, 3. Oh, that's great. I feel much better. I don't know about you lot, but I've cheered up. So what I'm going to do, have one for, but let me demonstrate first. So demonstration of them, I'll show from the side. So we're just going to do the swing 1, 2, 3, and then we come up. Oh, that's okay. And then that was good. Enjoyed it, the demonstration. That nice demonstration. Now we're going to do it a few times. 1, 2, 3, and then feet parallel, bounce, 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 bounce. So I just turn around, bounce, 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 bounce. So we're doing the bouncing, So feel that, let go in the lower back, and we're just nice and relaxed. We let go of the shoulders. We're tall through the. And then side to side bounce, Very good, very good. I think they had fun carving those pumpkins, huh? So, I'll show you that. Oh, you can see the pumpkin there. We got here and there's like witches and skulls and ghosts
Monster
and
feet.
scary clown faces and spider webs and spiders and happy Halloween and all sorts everywhere.
Blood.
And ghosts and pumpkins and knitted pumpkins.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a ghost,
yeah, pass that
right.
over.
Oh, yes,
I'm sure it will come. Look, it's a ghost. Keep bouncing. Look, isn't that amazing? And you can light it with this. It makes different colours. Look, it's doing Janjong. It's doing Tai Chi as well. So there we are. That's great.
That's amazing.
It's doing its standing practice. It's good. So just the Very good. And then forward and back. Forward and back with the bounce, and then if you want, again, this is one from Master Z Dog, does this. Don't do the jumping, just do it, just gently lifting the heel. And then when you do this, release in the lower back, release the muscles of the lower back. Not too many, because it murders your legs, I was going to say. It really, just doing that, isn't it amazing? Just by doing it. Okay, now we go backwards, 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 backwards until we feel the chair on the back of the legs. So feel the chair on the back of the legs, breathe in and out. And then sink the hips back. Actually, I'll do that from the diagonal again. Sink the hips back. Lean the hands forward, and you're angling your body. You go down, 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 until the chair's arrived underneath your sitting bones. So you don't need to thump into the chair. You see, no thumping. I mean, you can do the thumping, and that's fine too. You just relax and just hope the chair's strong enough. Otherwise, that could get a bit messy. And then we're gonna do the up and down in the chair, because it's a really good one for strengthening your legs. And it's good to do. We didn't do it this week because we had the children. It was great. The children were there, the two. Nathan and what was the boy called? Bradley. Nathan and Bradley. Weren't they fantastic? They can come anytime. So we just
Made the coffee and tea.
they made the coffee and tea. They washed up.
And they washed it on.
Really good. Well, it's their grandma. Their grandma's taught them well. 1, 2, 3. Legs parallel. So when your legs are parallel, shoulder width apart, bounce, bounce, bounce. Just get in there. And then just this time, just gently up, sideways, sideways. So you're sinking into, I'll just show you from the front, into the leg, and you want to avoid, when I did this one with Eva, she says avoid doing, you're not in the disco, so you're just doing this, you're just doing this, and it's like the weight spirals up, and then the weight spirals down through the balance point, in the foot, so just behind the ball of each foot, it spirals. And yeah, I was very impressed by the water buffaloes and the horses, how relaxed they were when they moved. I thought that's really good. Really, really good. So
Because the last time you saw them, they were from a distance.
yeah, no, they were really close. I mean, especially the horses. At one point, one of them put his nose over the fence. It's like staring at me. It was great. So I took some pictures. I thought this is fantastic. Okay, like this. And then we just gently forward and back, and just checking that. Yeah, it's always worth checking just to make sure you know where your chair is.
And let's take on the chair.
But no one like Laurel and Hardy or something. Or sometimes you might have moved position, because sometimes you'll do these exercises and actually you've crept across a bit, so the chair is no longer where it should be, because you've moved away from it. So it's good every now and then you just practice and you turn that way and you turn that there.
That's a
And
good
you're just looking-
exercise.
It's quite a good exercise. Where is my chair? It's called. My chair is there. Great, and then you know where it is, and then you feel nice and reassured. So now we go backwards, backwards, backwards. Feel the chair, and then when we do that, we lengthen and get the posture, and then lengthen, 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 lengthen. And then it's like, it doesn't feel like you're sitting down, it just turns out, the chair just arrives underneath your,
Because you've
your
got the
behind.
and
And it's like, oh, and there's no, it doesn't feel like you've done any effort. It's really weird. And then if your friends watch you, they go, oh.
I think it's the standing up that gets people.
It's the standing up, yeah, because then if you're tired as well, you want to be in the chair, and if you've got a nice soft sofa, then you just flop into it. That's fine. But for the purposes of this exercise, we are exercising our leg muscles. Because this is the Tai Chi, this Tai Chi strength class, so up, 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 and then we'll get. And then just go up straight away. Hey! Well done. Fantastic. Okay, move the chairs so that they are not in anybody's way. And we'll do some qigong. We'll do a little bit of loosening, we'll do a little bit of joint mobilisations. And then, that took a, hang on, what is the actual time? I'm really
Is
confused.
this damage limitation, the kind of biscuit?
Sorry, I'll explain later.
It's 5:42, but.
Oh, no, that's all
right.
Well, that went really fast. We did we weren't that late, when did we actually start? I don't know, I'm really disoriented. Yeah, so I'll just show, for the viewers at home, look, could you grab one of the pumpkins and show them, look, so there's this little witch's hat. You can do that. And then there's a knitted pumpkin.
Oh, cool.
They did, look at this one. And you can open its head and check its brains out. That's really scary looking, isn't it?
Yeah. Ooh.
Ghosty. But
Oh,
look, and it's doing Tai Chi. It's doing open close. So there we are. Tai Chi ghost.
Sweeney Tai Chi. Woohoo.
Very good. I'll just oh, well done. Yeah, mute yourself. So okay, let's
Fell down and I had to like turn it on.
so we're all here actually, because Amy and Chris are on the Zoom. And my friend from Wales was supposed to be coming on the Zoom as well, Bran, but she's recovering. She's been very poorly, so she's heading towards being able to come to online Tai Chi. She's been a couple of times. She spots in and out. Yeah, she came a couple of weeks ago when she was feeling okay, and then she got ill again. So she's sort of, but she'll be coming soon. So we're just turning the waist, and the knees are in line with the toes, and they're nice and. What I should do is I should get some bright yellow knee pads to match with the bright yellow shoes, and then so. Yeah, I'm in quite a good mood because tonight I will be staying in the £2.5 million house for till Sunday. Oh, it's really, what a chore.
It's like an amazing advert, isn't it?
I mean, it's fantastic. I'm just really, so you know. So I'm staying in Missy's Palace, we call it. Missy,
Very pampered cat.
oh, she's ridiculously pampered. She was. There's quite a few chairs dotted about the place that have got those little sheepskins. She has to have the sheepskin, and she's just there, or she's not in that one. There's about I think there's about 4 chairs that each have a sheepskin in for the places that she sits. And she's also got a comfort box now, because when the builders are in, she doesn't like the noise. There's this in the utility room with the washing machine and her cat litter box, and there's this box, this little box, and she sits in the cardboard box and sort of when the bill. She's really spoiled. So we're just going nice and slow. Now with this one, when I did this with Grandmaster Chen Shaowan, we actually did it. He was more like this. And also he was kind of quite serene. He almost had his head back, like he was leaning against something. And I was like, oh, and very, very tiny movement. Tiny's harder because you've got to really release in that shoulder to get the arms to move. Because a lot of people, the shoulder's stiff and they're more like Thunderbird. And remember the Thunderbird? Yeah. I've seen them on the YouTube, and they were like puppets. For those of you that don't know what the Thunderbird was,
Lady Penelope.
there was a it was like Yeah, Jerry
Jerry
Anderson.
Anderson.
There was a whole load of these different, puppets. and they'd
Captain.
so yeah, things like that, and then they'd have them on the strings, and they'd be you'd see the strings, but you wouldn't see the puppeteers. So they were puppeteers, and then they had voices. People, actors would do the voice actors for these, and I watched some of these on YouTube because I was told about them because
Oh, you missed it. Too young.
I was too young. Yeah, sorry. I watched the reruns. I think they used to show them even like
I never
30 odd years later.
So only 20 of them seen them as well.
Yeah, they show them because they're good. They're good
They
They
shows.
sort of came back again.
Yeah, they came back again, but not as puppets. It wasn't as good. I watched it because I thought, oh, what's the? Oh, no, that's rubbish. So I watched the one, but I think was it the 60s?
Yeah.
Was it the 60s? Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're quite stiff when they move.
The thing that makes me still laugh, which you don't realise when you're a child, when they used to have
They're trumpet
education
war.
Archie.
Oh, I
But
don't
you
know.
didn't realise it was a ventriloquist because they were on the radio, so
Yeah.
which is right.
What? They had a ventriloquist on the radio.
Yeah.
How does that work?
You took it as being, you know, it was fun, but we never knew.
That is hilarious. Well, I once actually I was one. My friend Sue Stubley, who runs the Hedgehog Hospital in near Newmarket, the Suffolk Hedgehog Hospital, or Hedgehog something. I occasionally I'll turn up with my car full to the brim with
Not
food for the hedgehogs, Yorkshire tea for the volunteers, and milk and cake for the volunteers, and little ramekin bowls. The little ramekin that you have the mousses in. The hedgehog. If you've anyone's got any of those that want to give them to me, I will take them to Suffolk because if they use the plastic bowl, the hedgehogs demolish them because they're stupid. So they can't eat the grass. They are stupid. They can't eat the glass bowls. Okay, let's just do some shoulders. So we'll just do both at the same time. Oh, that's good. So that when Eli does this, he says the scapula's going down the back. So he does it quite big. When yeah, so Eli's teaching the striking points seminar in Suffolk next year. I'm hoping that they don't mind people that are kind of wimps turning up just because.
Just turn up for the lunch.
Maybe, yeah, that's why I'll be there for the lunch. And great. Now we're going back, up, down, and round. Oh. It's nice, isn't it?
I was going to say that's his.
Oh, it feels like being massaged, like your shoulders being massaged. So, yeah, last Tuesday, as a trial, because I'm sort of trying to diversify a bit and basically I need to earn more money. So I was in London at a concert, in a jazz cafe, doing on-site massage for the performers, the musicians. And we're just like this, and they were in really bad nick. And then I was noticing my Burwell knot the next morning, and even the beginners, I'm like, you all move much better than these people, and they were younger. And I was like, oh my goodness. Just this stuff really works. I could really see, because everyone else was moving very smooth, the soft, smooth and slow. I'm doing the soft, smooth and slow. And I think it was like I had to get the chisel out, you know, these people. And but they all, and it was an amazing concert, and they all felt very relaxed, and the audience really loved it, and I thought, oh well, I helped, that's good. So and then we're just going to do a very small, just again, you can do tiny movements. So tiny movements, or you can do big movements. So I like to do both. I like to do a tiny movement, or big movement, and then tiny movement, or just tiny movement. And then you're just okay. And then we'll go. We haven't got so much time because I think I must have been waffling. Sorry about that. I learned that from Mike to Brett. Those of you who've trained with him, watch his videos. You'll know what I mean. Sorry, Mike. No, I'm not. And There we go, and then we're gonna do this one, so like this. So you stick it behind out, and that's the big version. It's a big version that I've done with Eli, and he looks up. Careful when you're looking up, because we've got these really big fluorescent lights on at the moment. Oh, that's too bright. Oh, that's nice. And then here's another one that Eli's on. So he reaches up like that, and then he goes like this, and just, and then, so that's another version of cat and cow that I did the other week. And then he's getting his shoulder blades to go down the back. Oh, good press. It's good, isn't it? It's really nice. Okay, and then, whew, oh, nice. And then you can also do tiny versions, so you can just do that, and that still works your back. You know, and it's a lot less effort actually, and I like it because it's lazier. It's like that. It's much better. Okay, so we'll just do some of these, and then we're going to look. We're just breathing in. So in the meditation earlier, we were focusing on our breath. We were focusing on the contact with the ground. So we can go back to doing the same. Breathing out. In, and we're focusing on calming my. I will go till 6:05 because we yeah, the water buffalo and ponies took priority over you lot. I'm very sorry. So I was staring at them, and we were having a very nice moment of looking at each other.
So have you had a class then?
No, I had class earlier, and then I had quite a lot of admin to do, and because I don't actually like admin at all, and I've been doing a lot of meditation. I've started doing a new meditation course, so on top of doing my half-hour a day every morning, I've now signed up for a 10-day online course in loving kindness meditation, and with Sharon Salzberg. It's very, very straightforward, and she explains everything, and you just have to follow the instructions. So it's good because you don't really have to do much. You just follow it. And I've been doing that in the evenings or in the afternoon, depending on what. Okay, wild goose flies. Oh yeah, there were some geese. I saw loads of geese flying over. And in Reach this morning, I kept hearing swifts.
Yeah, you kept on saying that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was in the recording, but I think they were actually. I thought, well, I'll ask my friend. I'll phone up my friend. They should have gone by now.
But the weather's been funny, hasn't it?
The weather's been funny, so it was like that's swifts. Am I imagining it? No, because I've heard them a few times. I was definitely not imagining it, unless it was on my friend Julia's recording. That was the only other thing. But I could hear them coming outside. So, and it sounded like there was maybe 3 or 4 of them. It wasn't like the big group. There was maybe 3 or 4. So maybe some got left behind, or maybe they just fancied staying. You know, I got confused or got stuck or something. But I'm going to contact the RSPB and ask them, is this normal? So like that, and then open and down. Now Eli does a really. So I did this. The one I did this morning was Eli's one. I did quite some of the more vigorous exercises this morning as part of my practice, as well as the meditation. But I've been doing this loving kindness meditation, and one of the first stage you do, and the thing before you do all the other ones, is being kind and thoughtful to yourself. So because I'd done a lot of admin, I was kind to myself by going to Kingfisher's Bridge Nature Reserve to see what was around, and I was just about to leave, and then this load of water buffalo and these beautiful little ponies turned up, and I was like, oh, and I was so delighted. And it was very moving, you know, we were hanging out with each other. It was really good. So if you want to do the big verse, you can carry on doing this, which I highly recommend. If you're feeling reckless and a bit foolish, you can go all the way down to a full squat, and then you come up on tiptoes without falling over, needs to have an ambulance, and then it's all like this and like this. And then when Eli does it, he does it like triple the speed, but we're not going to do that because we're taking it easy. And notice where my knees are in relation to my toes. My knees point where my toes. I will show you this from the side view. There we are, marvellous. Hello. And then we come up on the tiptoes. Now, when you go up on the tiptoes, that's where it gets a bit precarious. Oh, and then once more with feeling, oh, you can feel your heart rate go up. It's horrible, isn't it? Really horrible. But the way Eli does it, just relax. So the way he does it, when at 6 in the morning, 6 in the morning, because he's evil, he goes like this. And I'm like, and we got to 10, and I thought, oh good, we've got to 10. Oh, he's carrying on, and it went on and on and on and on. I thought, oh. And then thankfully he stopped, because I was like, that's just wrong. But if you want, always start things slowly, go all the way down slowly. That's actually going to work your muscles better.
You do it with the chair.
You can do it with the chair. We did this one with the chair. Much better. Do it slowly, get it slowly. Then you can, you know, get your heart going. Very good. But work towards it. Don't just go straight to doing the fast ones, because we're being kind. So be kind by not doing it. Just do it. Or you can do it like this, look. Just like this. And that's still harder. It's still harder, but we're being kind and thoughtful to ourselves.
It's achievable.
And it's achievable. So you wanna, because if you do something you can't achieve, that's not kind.
No.
So start, you can build to it. Because like a lot of the exercises, I'll show you the exercise I'm doing. I'll show you afterwards the one I'm working on at the moment. And it's a nightmare, but yeah, wave hands like that. So we start with a bear. So we can go to Zhangzhong or Cheng Bao, supporting holding, or embracing holding. So look at the, like this, I just, like this. They can sit down, it's hot, isn't it? Have a drink. Oh, we didn't have a water break, all right. Naughty. Sophie would tell me off, Sophie in the council. Have you met Sophie with the red hair? She's the lady in the council that's in charge of all the exercise in these camps.
Oh.
And she's got spiky red hair, and she's bigger than me, and she's brilliant. She used to be a PE teacher in one of the posh schools in Ely, and then got a new job, was headhunted by the council, encouraging everyone to exercise, I think over the age of 60 or something like that. And she has helped find the Scout Hut in Soham will be doing the seated strength, Tai Chi strength class for seated, and she's going to help us. We've got funding, so we can buy lots of equipment. We can buy the bands. Actually, you've done a bit of that. The bands.
Oh yeah.
If maybe you could give me some advice on what I should be buying, and Sophie,
Yeah, can I buy a set? Yeah.
like
I've got a set at home, so I'll give it in and you can.
yeah. I'd have to do the Wimpiest bands first,
Yeah.
and also some
Yeah.
people are allergic to latex, so I'd have to get the nitrile ones, I think.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
ankle weights,
Yeah.
ankle weights and wrist weights.
Yeah.
And although it will be sitting down,
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be intense.
The ones in your knees.
The knee one, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be February. That'll be from February. So it gives us plenty of time to get all the stuff and get all the advertising. And then me and Sophie, we designed the new Keep Active Ely poster together. So we'll design a poster together. So no, she's great. She's really good. So now we're doing the silk reading. Silk reading. So actually let the arm relax. So we just like this. Down. So I'll come a bit closer for the zoomies. So look, the arm is this one. We've got the zoomies and the roomies. So yeah, I keep forgetting the Tai Chi and Tea. It was a wonderful class this morning, wasn't it? Great, I loved it. It was
good.
really, really good. It was nice to know that it worked for 8-year-olds as well. That was
Yes,
quite
they did.
reassuring.
Joined in.
They joined in and they loved it.
Oh,
So, because young Nathan's been coming to Tai Chi there since he was about Bradley's size,
Oh,
maybe slightly bigger. He's been coming on and off.
bless
He'll
him.
come during the half terms and school holidays for a couple of
A
years.
big hug from him.
Oh. Oh, he's very friendly.
Yes.
He's very, very, very intelligent.
Yeah,
And yeah, he's nice. Yeah, he's a very
That's good.
welcome addition to. I just like having him when he comes to visit. So, and his
Do you know
brother,
what?
his younger brother, was just, no, he's really brainy and he's one of those very, very mature for their years and highly intelligent children. That
Yeah.
and he's very into his right and wrong and what's correct and what's not.
More on like what I call the autistic.
Yeah. I think he's
Mine-
autistic, but
Yeah, my grandson's the
yeah.
same.
but you know
Very
exactly where you are.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And now we're going to do this, look, so we got the, and then you turn. And you just want to take your time because you want to do it correctly. And the arms are floating. And the school, I think they weren't very nice for him at first, but then they soon realised actually he knew what he was talking about. And they listen to what he says now, which I think is very sensible because he knows what he's doing. He
See,
talks
this is the
complete
trouble
sense.
sometimes people don't.
Well, they think because someone's a certain age, they should not get taken notice of, which I've never agreed with anyway.
Hmm.
I mean, sometimes they do talk complete nonsense, but I'm still going to listen.
Sometimes they're very succinct.
He
You
was,
listen to a child, they.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's good. He's good.
Yes.
He's good to have around.
Listen to him.
He's very good at carpentry. He's very good at cake
Uh-huh.
making, and he loves the bake off.
Yeah.
And he's just great. So now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna come in like this, get it up. We'll just go back to this one. Now, what you do with this, I'll just demonstrate. And what I do is I just work out how this works for me myself. So I'm not actually trying to do anything. I'm just turning, and then when it feels right, I'm stepping to the side. So side step is a great way of improving your balance. Now make sure you go into a way that doesn't clash into with somebody else. No clashing. So this is like. So we're doing this. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? So we're tall through the. Very good. That's it. And do it without the, so just heel toe. So if you're, now last week in class with Mike, if you're doing short step, toe heel, short step, toe heel, bigger step, heel toe, and you keep the legs parallel. To sink the weight up. I should have done this one first, but it's okay. It's like this, like this. Ooh, nice. Nice, very good. And then we go the other direction. So in wave hands like clouds. Wave hands like clouds. So this is, we're skipping a few things. So what I'm doing at the moment for the next foreseeable future, remember there's no classes next 2 weeks because I've got training on. I'll show you in context what that is. So from here, so we've done our single whip. Again, I'll show you how to do single whip at some point. And then we've got wave hands like clouds, and I think we're overrunning, so I won't. 2, I've got 3. So this is what this is in context. just so you can see what you're aiming for.
Yay.
Yeah, no problem. So let's just for fun, we'll walk that way and do wave hands like clouds, and then we'll walk that way, and then we'd better close because I need to go and get my dinner. And you know, we did start late, but we didn't start that late, so that's fine. Don't. So you can practice it, and because of this will, I will put this on line tonight. I'll put this online tonight. So we're going the other direction. If any of you needs to leave because you've got lives, that's fine. You know, marvellous, right? Okay, I can take a hint. We'll do this.
But is that clock right?
I don't know. They
It's
sometimes
fast.
make it out. Sometimes it's fast, or sometimes
Yeah.
what is the time?
Right.
Oh, 6 minutes past. Yeah, that will do.
Yeah.
What time? Oh, your dinner is ready. Yeah, go for it. Go and eat your dinner. Yeah, it's very important to listen to nonsense. Very, very good. You never know. It's important. So we go like this. Breathe in. Bye. Thanks for coming. Breathe out. Breathe in. Yeah, dinner's important. Don't burn your dinner over
Yeah.
going to Tai Chi. You know, have priorities. So there we are, marvellous. Well. Yeah, because then if we. Oh no, she's like locked the door, so I'll have to lock the doors up. Get it right. Last week, I left the door unlocked and open, and I put the alarm on. And then I went, oh, did I leave the door? And then just to check, I walked next to it, and then it opened, and then the alarm went off, and I went, oops. That wasn't very mindful, was it? So I then mindfully ran, switched the alarm off. Mindfulness. It's a good job I'm practicing, because
You've got to always do it the same way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is when everybody's gone out, I will lock that front door, and then I'll put the alarm on. So very good. So let's rub the hands together. So if any of you fancy a Tai Chi class, all the Wednesday classes and the Thursday classes will be working. So Wednesday
Oh, yeah.
in Reach in the afternoon, and also Wednesday in Burwell in the morning. They're all still working. And then Thursday on market day, so you can get your shopping afterwards, that's working too. And my Zoomies on a Friday, one of them is on YouTube because I've got to pre-record at some point this week my class. Because I'll be training Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to do something, do it properly.
Yeah.
Let me just do this. Oh, that's nice. That's my favourite bit.
Yeah.
So we'll find a section of the form and do it over and over and over again until we can do it. And then at some point we will put them all together and it will look absolutely wonderful and harmonious and elegant and beautiful. Display quality, display team quality. So that's what we're aiming towards. You know, we have the silk suits and the film crew and the Chinese band. Be great. It'll be great.
Yeah.
And all synchronized like the. So Barry McGinley, he was at this big meeting up in Taiwan a few years ago. You could actually get on the trains with bristling with weapons because it was all for the forms, and he did the spear form and sword form, and he won about 6 gold medals because he's Barry and he's brilliant. And then when he wasn't performing, he was commentating on what he could see, and there was a Chinese band in the corner, and then there was him with his film crew with his microphone. You know, that could be us one day. Breathing in, breathing out.
True.
Yeah, the Grey Herons display team. You know, it'll happen one day. And then nice and tall, breathing in and out. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, feet together and bow. And give yourselves a clap. That was really good. Really good. You did well. Right, let's put this room back to how we found it. Well done. Thank you, viewers at home. Hope that was useful. And I'll see you in the next class.